Okay, I think, yeah, we got it the third time. Third time's a charm. Holy shnikes. Sorry about the pings, everybody. I didn't mean to ping the Discord 3 friggin' times in a row. I am just incapable of doing things the way they're supposed to be done, apparently. But here we are. So let's do this thing. We are back in the Manibus scenario this afternoon. It is what? It's a Sunday? It's a friggin' Sunday. Holy shnikes. So we're going to go ahead and see about getting our second zone done today, which is right down here. We're just going to go cruise on down. About getting leveled up a little bit. See about getting our tier 2 equipments. Woo! Vehicles are so much fun now. Whoops. Let me through. I think maybe I went a little too far in here before I actually started killing things. Okay, good deal. Just didn't want it to get, didn't wanted, wow, didn't want to be getting faced down. Oh my gosh, the gulped lore is so good. I definitely think I have to revise my statement from yesterday when I said that the highest single hit DPS is the Black Panther. Just because the gulped lore benefits from crit damage and elemental damage and weak spot damage and basically every damage type there is, because the explosions automatically crit. I actually think that the gulped lore probably holds the title of the highest potential one-shot damage output. And honestly, because of that, I may be going ahead and switching my PvP build to the gulped lore. I know I said I wanted to play different weapons on each of the scenarios that I'm playing, but the more I think about it, the more I think that maybe focusing all of my resources and time across both scenarios on a single build trying to make just that one build as outrageously good as possible would probably put me in a better position across the entirety of my account. And then we can start kind of growing the number of possible builds that I have in a position that I can just do any content I want with them. I think that's something that everybody else sort of understood, and I also sort of understood from the beginning, but I sort of pushed back against because I didn't want to. I didn't want to be doing that, right? I wanted to play it. But now that we have Nightmare, Nightmare's just really, really hard content and really requires a pretty optimized build. Be able to activate fuse boxes. But requires a really good build to be able to make that happen. Be able to do that on solo. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. I don't know if y'all realized we got another update last night or this morning. Bunch of fixes and stuff like that. So apparently there were some issues, obviously, sort of new. That there were some issues. People not getting the right stuff and some things like that. But one of the big things that I noticed is that they are going to be changing the lunar oracle thing, the lunar spawns, so that anybody who participates is going to start getting kill credit for the lunar spawns, which is freaking huge. Because that was a really, really bad implementation. Having to be the one who got the final hit just really made getting your lunar spawns maxed out really difficult, unless you were going down into lower tier zones and just murking a ton of super low tier lunar spawns, which isn't fun, doesn't provide the rewards you want, and just overall is kind of a waste of time. You know, you want to be doing the tier of stuff that you're on. I really love just clicking an enemy's head and them dying. It's so much fun. Oh my goodness. I'm having the best time. This game, I was so excited about this game when it first came out. My excitement sort of dwindled, as you all know, during Way of Winter, because the game does have some repetitiveness to it. But after the update on the 26th and the coming mobile update, I am once again outrageously excited about this game. I know a lot of people talk a lot of shit about games that are crossplay on mobile and PC. You know, and they talk about how games like that are just trash, and mobile games are trash, and all that stuff. And generally, I agree. Especially online mobile games tend to be really pay to win, gotcha, low res garbage. And they're always just cash grabs, 100%. That is not how I feel about this. Even a little bit. You know, the game came out on PC first. There is a very, very severe monetization strategy going on with this game. Right, the game is pushing a huge number of, I would say, in some cases, low quality cosmetics. But most um, most of the games that follow this particular route don't just have lots of cosmetics, they have lots of pay to win aspects. We don't have any of that here. All of the gacha in this game is done with currency from in the game, which is great because I love gacha games, right? And I think, as a rule, people love gacha games, right? Genshin Impact is one of the most played games in the world right now. It's because people love collecting shit. So, just overall, I think it was a phenomenal decision to set up a gacha game that doesn't require real money to participate in the gacha. What, or more importantly, not doesn't require, but doesn't allow for real money to be used to participate in the gacha, which is significantly more important. Rock and Stone. I don't understand. What do you mean, Rock and Stone? I'm so confused. What does it mean, Blighted? What does it mean? Tell me what it means. Cheese and butter? What's going on in my chat right now? DRG. What does DRG mean? What are you saying to me? Let's see. Scavenging, that. Mining. Use activators. Smelting. I fucking hate you, Blighted. I hate you. How about that? Like, I know OH, OIC. OH is what? Once human? MMORPG? RPG? I know what those mean. Yeah, I did, Party Wizard. I started up 2 new scenarios. We went to 142 for Manibus, and then we went to 63 for P-Clash. And we're playing a couple hours, well, like 3 or 4 hours per scenario per day. So we're going to start having much longer streams again instead of the weak sauce 3-hour streams I was doing before. That sauce is weak. Gotta strengthen it up. Right. Go ahead and do all of this and see if I can make myself a tier 2. So Rock and Stone Forever basically means live long, die with glory and such in the Deep Rock Galactic world. Oh, DRG, Deep Rock Galactic. Got it. Got it. Yeah, no, I'm so excited, Sleepy Party Wizard. I am so excited to have so much more stuff to do. I literally can't complete everything that I want to complete now, which is awesome. And when they start, oh, got a weird glitch. And when they start putting out new scenarios, it's gonna be even more difficult. Um, this is just setting up a really, really good future for the game because we have these permanent servers now So I'm going to be, sitting on my permanent server doing P-Clash stuff and fighting, um, building up mods, doing all of that stuff. But then as new scenarios come out and um, we get to start doing that, then I'm just going to start having more and more characters on more and more permanent servers across more and more different scenarios. And that's just going to slowly snowball the overall quantity of content that I feel like I can do every day. If there's daily stuff to do in every server or in every scenario, then that means uh, that means that the more servers I end up getting to end game in, right, just the more and more daily stuff I get to do. So not only is there a really good control for yourself about how much stuff you get to do every day, right? If you've only got a couple hours, then maybe you just participate in one or two scenarios. If you have all day like me or you're a content creator, then you can participate in every scenario. Um, but it also gives you a really good control over what type of content you want to do, right? Way of Winter and Manibus are pretty significantly different in their repeatable content styles. Um, and so there's a good choice. P Clash is extremely different from the other two in their end game content cycle. So I mean, the whole system. I think a lot of people shitted on Once Humans' core system of the seasons when it first came out. But I think ultimately it's going to end up making a really, really fun game. And I think it's going to end up making a game that's really easy to get into for new players too. Right? You join up a new scenario, you maybe do a novice or something like that, um, and then you do your first regular scenario, and then you just go into the permanent server with everybody else. It's possible that some scenarios will sort of die off in the future, but uh, I mean, if that happens, then it's only going to be happening because everybody's playing some other new scenario. Because maybe that scenario is better. Maybe it has the same. What the fuck is going on here? How many forges does this person need? That was insane. I just need some freaking tin. I haven't seen any tin nodes. What's going on here, game? Whatever. Let's go across the bridge here to zone 2. See if I can find some tin over there. But yeah, I am overwhelmingly excited with this game right now. Don't even know what to do about it. Got a Digby boy. Digby boy. Digby boy. Does whatever a Digby boy can. What about you, Wizard? You thinking about coming back, or you still super deep in the Red Dead Redemption? I honestly think so. We've got April 20th or something, 23rd, something like that. We've got um, the mobile launch. And because you stream vertical, after the mobile launch, you might find some really. That's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, because after the mobile launch, I think you might find some really huge success. Um, because there's gonna be a lot of people playing the mobile. Might be something to consider. Trying to get worked out. It's weird to me that a game that's going to get ported to mobile is having trouble with people's video cards. Like, that's insane to me. Maybe once the mobile version drops, maybe they'll have some lower level of detail options. Um, and so maybe you'll be able to play then. I don't know. Gonna get my tier 2 sniper rifle here and then just run around raffle stomping everybody. Also, we need to go gather up some cone flowers. Where can I find some cone flowers? That needs to be a bit of a priority. On top of that, I need to go get some water. Let's build myself kitchen. I went deep the other day and checked on GPU usage with all sorts of different settings for this game, and the VRAM stays steady at whichever quality I'm running, but I'll keep looking into it. Is it maybe a... Did you check the frames? Because if your VRAM is staying steady, do you have an NVIDIA graphics card? Because if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, um, there is the... They've got like a program or whatever for their graphics, the GeForce Experience, I think is what it's called. And so the GeForce Experience can sometimes overwrite the settings that you're putting in the game, because you can set up the GeForce Experience to like change to optimum settings or certain settings or stuff within specific games. And so if your GeForce Experience is trying to have an uncapped frame rate, then it's possible that your GeForce Experience is just giving you uncapped frame rate, and so no matter what you do, you're just chewing through all your VRAM because of that. So maybe if you look into that, you might be able to, because that's almost always the problem with, I mean, this game is just not that visually stunning. Like, I mean, I like the way this game looks, but there is zero reason at 60 frames a second for this game to be doing anything. Um, it's going to be a freaking mobile game. Like, give me a break. So I would almost be willing to bet money that the problem is that you have some sort of uncapped frame rate or something going on. But let's go. Oh, I need to build my stove. I need charcoal for my stove. Okay. I have to wait around a minute. I'm have issue. Hey, what's up, Karthik? What's your issue? Maybe I can give you a hand. How are you today? Level up to level 9. I need one more charcoal. All right. Now we just need to go get some water. When I run once human, the lap run cup and RAM usage of 98 to 100%. Is it your regular RAM or your VRAM usage that goes insane? Because this is an issue we were just talking about with Sleepy Party Wizard, where it's like crushing his video card. And it's also the same problem that Skoski, another one, has been having. And so a lot of that stuff comes from your frame rates. So what frame rate are you running at? Are you running at an uncapped frame rate? Physical memory. Okay. Yeah, what frame rate and what resolution are you running at? Uncapped. Yeah, try capping the frame rate at 60 or 90. I know people love to have their ridiculous frame rates, but the assets in this game that you're rendering are not baked in their positions because, they're player constructions and stuff. And so real time construction assets are pretty hard on your system. Okay, so you're running at 1080. And how much RAM do you have? Oh, 16? Oh, yeah. No, there's no reason that you should be having a problem with 16 gigs of RAM. Absolutely no reason. No, you should be good. So the big deal there is just going to be trying to find whatever it is that's eating through your RAM. Because this game should not be required. Again, it's going to be ported over to mobile in a month. Yeah. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be having any problems either. I don't know why it would be doing that. It's definitely going to be something in your settings, though. And I think the first thing to look at is definitely your frame rate. So current RAM usage 70. So 70% is fine. as long as it's not 100. You definitely need to find a way to get that down. This game really shouldn't be using more than, well, I mean, I guess if it's at 70, it's fine. As long as you're not up at the 90 to 100 mark, it should ultimately be fine. But so I think people don't really understand that frame rate is like multiplicative to your resource usage, right? So the difference between 60 frames and 120 frames is your computer literally working twice as hard. And so anything that you have, right, if you scale up to a higher resolution, then every frame is now working that much harder at that new resolution, which is why changing resolutions and levels of detail and stuff like that. Funny thing is, when I open the map, is when it stressed my system the most. So, something funny, Party Wizard, when New World first came out, there was a huge problem with high end NVIDIA cards, specifically crashing out in the loading screen because New World didn't think that they needed to worry about the frame rate of the loading screen because it was a static or mostly static loading screen. So they didn't carry over the caps or frame rates from your in game settings to your loading screen. And so people were coming in with like 3080s and stuff back when that was like the big thing. And it was frying their hard drive, or their, not their hard drives, frying their video cards because of the uncapped frame rates in the loading screen. And it was just cooking shit. So, okay. See what we got here. Okay, so your memory is at 30 or 73% right now, but it's not because of Once Human. It's because of your Google Chrome primarily. You have 13 Google Chrome tabs open, and it's eating 20% of your RAM. Google Chrome is notorious for just chewing through RAM when you've got it open. So, um, you probably want to limit the number of tabs you got going on there. I don't know what some of these things are. Um, I would also look into. Okay, well, if you look in there, your Google Chrome is eating 20% of your RAM right now, and that's just your Google Chrome. So that's bad. If you've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, there's no reason for Chrome to be chewing 20% of that. That's outrageous. So I would look into what you have as your startups. Do you have a ton of extensions on Google Chrome? What are you doing on Google Chrome that's causing it to eat up that much of your RAM? And then also look at what you have for startup things. So if you have like a bunch of different like video game, all the different studios have their proprietary game launchers and stuff like that. If you have a bunch of game launchers and stuff that start off or start up when um your PC starts up, then that might be causing you some problems. Uh, there's just tons and tons of stuff that can be going wrong. Opera is a good one. I mean, I personally use Google Chrome, and I don't necessarily have a huge problem with it. I've only got an 8 gig rig, So it's not specifically about Chrome, it's more about how you're using Chrome. And so if you switch to Opera and then you end up, having less functionality because you're not using all those extensions and stuff, absolutely you're going to see an improvement in how your computer runs, but you're also going to see a decrement in your functionality of your browser. So, more importantly, I would, um, figure out what extensions you need to be on all the time and turn those on, and then find extensions that you maybe only need sometimes, and then just specifically go in and turn those on and off as you use and don't use them. I think something that a lot of people mess up with their PCs is, over time, you keep adding and adding and adding and adding, right? You get new extensions, you get new video games, you get new startup programs, you get, new games that are filling up your hard drive, and you're adding, 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 adding all the time. And then people start to wonder, well, why is my computer slowing down? It's because you're constantly adding and never subtracting from its load. So identifying things that you're not really playing right now, identifying things that programs you're not really using right now, things that don't really need to be on startup, things that don't need to be turning on automatically, and taking those things away and doing a little maintenance on that stuff is really, really important to preserving your PC. Ad blocker, PNG downloader, PDF to Word. Yeah, well, so PDF to Word, um, you need that. PNG downloader, do you need that on all the time? Um, can you just turn that off and then turn it on again when you need it? The ad blocker is probably the one that's eating your resources, though. And that would also explain why maybe you don't have a ton of tabs on, but it's still eating up a lot of your resources, is because depending on what tabs you have, um, websites are very heavily advertised now. So you might just, have a website or something open right now that is just extremely heavily added. So even though you only have a couple of tabs open, it's just chewing through your resources. I don't know where the coneflowers are. Coneflowers are so hard to see, too. There's one. Are there more right around here? Iken has coneflower? Yeah, coneflowers. One tab open, but Taskmaster shows 11. So there's a bunch of like processes that run in the background with your web browser. And that's just showing the number of processes. Um, it's not necessarily showing the number of tabs. I got that wrong. Party Wizard was right about that. But again, for every tab that you have open, right, some of that stuff is going to be multiplicative. And so every tab that you have open has to be running certain things. I think there are probably some settings in your web browser where you could set things up so that only the currently active tab is totally active and everything else is kind of, not running. Um, and it slows things down as you move between tabs, but it might ultimately speed up your computer. I I am a computer person in that I'm a bit of a hobbyist, but I'm definitely not like an IT professional. So I definitely don't have all the answers. But it looks to me like your biggest culprit right now is your your web browser, but then also your web browser is only taking up 20% and you're losing another 50 in there. And that's because it seems like you have a lot of small processes going on, right? A lot of stuff that's opening probably um, when your PC turns on. And if you've got a lot of processes starting when your PC turns on and they're just running in the background, that can be a really, really rough time for you. So, probably a good idea to go ahead and go through and look at your startup processes and eliminate the ones you don't actually need on startup. Because there's no reason for 78% of your 16 gigs of RAM to. I mean, I wouldn't pay money to get it serviced, Karthik. This is all stuff that you can absolutely do on your own. And it's important to do because it's stuff that's going to need to be maintained. It's definitely an important skill if you're going to be using a PC a lot to understand what it is that's consuming your resources and how your computer's resources are consumed. Because it's basically impossible to make a computer powerful enough that you can just forget about it. So keep keep servicing in the back of your mind, right? There's nothing necessarily wrong with having your computer looked at by a professional, but try and see if you can figure it out on your own. Because A, it'll save you a lot of money in the future, and B, it'll give you a much, much better understanding of how your computer works. And so if you want to upgrade it or anything in the future, then that's an option. YouTube is a great resource for learning how to do stuff. There's a video out there somewhere for it, for sure. For sure. Honestly, if you probably typed optimize RAM usage into a YouTube search, that would probably be the ticket right there. Probably be the ticket. So I think that they changed the way the gulp lore works. Um, you used to have to wait briefly for the explosion to go off, and there used to be two damage numbers, one for the shot, one for the explosion. But I think they changed it. And when you hit the weak spot, I think they just add the explosion damage. Oh, that one had two. But like that's only one damage number there. So I think they just add the hit damage and the explosion damage together. That time there were two numbers there too. I don't know. There's definitely something different about the way this works though. And I think I like it. Yo, why do I keep getting attacked out of nowhere? And die, dude. Why is everybody always picking on me? Oh, this gun's fun. Holy crap, holy. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna do Gulped Lore all the way, even in P-Clash, because I just got the crap kicked out of me. I don't even know where those 4 enemies came from. What in the holy heck just happened? Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Run over. Gonna shoot zombies in the face. Buenos dias. Ski, what's up? Hey, what's up, Drat? Ski, something we were just looking at, and might be something that fixes your VRAM problem. Go check your NVIDIA GeForce experience and see if maybe there's something that is keeping your frame rates uncapped. Because uncapped frame rates is a freaking uh, it's a killer when it comes to video cards, and that might be the reason that you're not able to play the game and that you're having a VRAM issue. Because NVIDIA GeForce Experience can override the settings in your game. And so if you ever set up your NVIDIA GeForce Experience in the past, it may be defaulting to uncapped frame rates and causing the problem that you're having. Oh, oh, that's one of those. Oh no. I thought it was a player and I was just shooting at him to fuck with him. Ah, shoot. This makes life so much harder. Early game. Like, how am I supposed to take one of these things out? This point of the game. That's awful. This game hates me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It worked real good. Boing. Pooched it. Again, pooched it. There we go. Head out of butthole. We're gonna start playing like we know what the heck we're doing. No. Oh, they just have a gulped lore now, don't they? Haha. These things are terrible with sniper rifles. Apparently so am I. Okay. Can we not? Okay, I thought he was bad with the sniper rifle. I was apparently wrong. That frame rate's nice. Yeah, especially if you're streaming Party Wizard. Your stream is gonna be 60 frames anyway, so. Am I gonna need perms to your base to help out with perks, etc.? Yeah. Oh, now I'm seeing the two numbers come up. I wonder why I wasn't seeing the two numbers come up previously. Yeah, exactly. I honestly don't even notice a difference at 30 frames. So I like really don't care. There's no way I'm actually gonna kill this thing. I'm just fighting it until 3 o'clock in the morning so that it disappears. Because it'll heal way more than I can do. There you go. Should be gone now. Thank goodness. Let's give old Dratty Boy permissions in my base. Run permissions. Access, building, storage. Alright. You just have yourself a ball over there, Drat. If I come back to my base and it's got walls on it, though, you're gonna have some splaining to do. I like my flat plank. You don't need no stinking walls. Oh my gosh, get away. I feel like the zombies are getting sneakier, man. Nothing in experience changed anything. Also, the game not even supported by NVIDIA. Oh, that's fun. Do you maybe have the frame rates in game set as uncapped? Maybe it's not an NVIDIA experience thing at all. Maybe it's just that you have it straight up set up that way. Look at a list of games supported in Once Human Ate One. Interesting. That honestly kind of surprises me, especially since the game is on GeForce Now. Little bit of a shocker. Get away from me, you little spider thing. Got all in low settings, nothing more I can do. I mean, that's crazy. I can't believe that the game is just eating your VRAM right like that. Doesn't even make any sense. I'm so confused. The frame rate settings will be in your NVIDIA Control Panel 3D setting. Oh, is it not NVIDIA Experience? It's something else? Yeah, see, so I don't use the NVIDIA on my computer really at all, because I play on GeForce Now. DRAM is still pretty high, but GPU usage went down. That's good. Your other settings will probably have more of an impact now too, Party Wizard. Before, you weren't seeing any changes as you changed other settings, but that's because the uncapped frame rate was just keeping you maxed out on your GPU. So now as you change other things, there should be a noticeable impact that probably just wasn't there before. Right? Because just additional frame rates were taking up any performance benefits that you had gained. Why did that thing aggro me from way the fudge knockers over there? Oh my goodness, sniper rifles are fun. Boom. That dude ain't got no head. What about you? Boom. No head. Really? Okay. That's starting to get old. I'm really, really tired of these enemies randomly not dying when I shoot them in the face. Go away. Loot my crate. Loot my crate. Loot my crate. Loot my crate. My brand new character has all the weapon blueprints. Dude. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Nuclear, I missed you. My fellow grapes on... I don't love grapes on pizza. Don't you fucking lump me in with that. Why you out here telling lies about me, Nuclear? Telling lies. Why you always lying? Speaking straight up facts, huh? You keep on using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means. Okay, okay, okay. I definitely feel like there are more enemies in this game now. And they definitely aggro from further away, even since the other Manibus server that I was playing on. I feel like the enemies on this server are much more aggro-y than the ones from 131. Even outside of the lunar cycle. I think they're just generally trying to make the game a little harder, which I appreciate. It definitely seemed... Please run away. A little distance. Stupid little spider. Not in game, let's see how long it lasts. I believe. Believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. I believe in a thing called love. Ooh, ooh. no. I'm sorry, angry man. You don't shoot that shit at me. Where you think I'm going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. But here's my number. Call me maybe. That singer is just a bit late with the whole 80s vibe. I don't know who sang that song or when it came out or anything. It just popped in my head. Y'all had to hear it. Look at how fast. What in the holy crap is that? These enemies do not move that fast. This game is freaking out. The reason that Call Me Maybe popped in my head was because I was thinking that I just met that guy and he was shooting fireworks at me. And then, you know, maybe. I don't know the fucking password. Third digit is the largest and the middle number is the smallest. Give it a shot. Board is the Gumby candies you like. Get the gummy candy and wait here for mom to get off work. Oh no. Let's do 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well 4, 1. Oh, this one's got to be the highest number. So oh no, it's just a 3-digit number. 3, 2, 5. All right, 3, 2, 5. Yo, nice. That's what having a chat is for right there. I don't actually have to pay attention. Y'all can do all the heavy brain work for me. And I just get to float through the game, shooting my OP sniper rifle. Without a care in the world. You can see this guy's base I'm at. So lame. Are you at my base? I feel like you're at my base. Why you gotta be mean like that, dude? Thought we were friends. I thought you cared about me. Say worse? Why would you want to say worse? Do you want to see a grown man cry? Yeah, I'll give you permission. If I come back to my base and it's got walls on it, though, we're gonna have words. No walls is my signature. But yeah, you got all the permissions. Go nuts, dude. You can steal all my resources and stuff too if you want. I don't care. Of course, I guess right now I'm carrying everything on me, but you know, in the future, you need any resources, you're welcome to them. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Drat looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, Drat looks... Drat's character looks super dope. Super dope. I would imagine. Some of the paid cosmetics in this game are really nice looking. What do I got? Oh, yo, yo. Oh. Get up here and get my last weapon or armor crate. And then I'll probably have enough stuff. I can remake my crossbow and maybe remake my armor. So I don't have to worry about... repairing it. Ew. Sniper rifle, so much fun. Permit didn't even sync your deviation? Nope. Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm too busy running around out here shooting off faces. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. Can I teleport? Yeah. Oh Lord Jesus, there's a fire. Nerds up to. Oh shoot, you went all ninja samurai. Kind of look like Master Yi over there. Like if there was a really cool Master Yi skin, that would be it. Wow, you get your own personal spotlight? It's you. Ain't you fancy? Ain't you fancy? What do I need? Was it shelter that I'm wearing? It is shelter that I'm wearing. I don't think I have enough hides, though. But I gotta go get me some more of thems. I'm having such a good day. Is anybody else having such a good day? I am so excited for this game again. It feels like when I first started playing and first decided to stream. Like that's the kind of enthusiasm I have for this game now. Everything, even though I'm playing the same scenarios, like it just kind of all feels new because how good those improvements to the crossplay system are. And we've got these changes to the vehicles and like just huge wins all the time. I just can't stop being all giddy about it. Thought I told you that we won't stop. Told you that we won't stop. Bugs don't make you hop. You bugging. Think the Space Jam gonna stop? You bugging. And you only bugging. Thinks the bunny can't jam. You bugging. We got some blinky lights. Did this person cover up? They did. That's funny. The Morphic crate is in this person's house. At least they were nice enough to leave their door open so that people can come get it. I can appreciate that. Did get the low memory thing pop up. Aww. Oh, so you got the pop up, but it hasn't crashed yet. dat? That's Skoski. That's the same outfit that Party Wizard was wearing the last time he was streaming this game. I thought you were Party Wizard there for a second. Vulture Tap. I'm still getting the pop-up, but everything is running much smoother. Gonna try and try a couple different things next time I'm in there. Cool. Cool. Hopefully. Gotta write a paper. Ew, gross. Fuck school. Shelterer chest. Shelterer pants. What kind of gloves am I using? Steel gloves. Oh, what am I missing? Beryllium crystals. Okay. Well, we've got almost everything. Did you just shoot at me inside my own base? Did you shoot at me inside my own base? You sipping on some scissor? Must be out of your dang mind. Think you can just come in here and shoot at me in my own base? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this vehicle change is so good. Oh my god. What the fudge knockers is going on here? Oh, somebody's doing a purification, I see. Boom, shaka laka, shaka laka, shaka laka. Boom, shaka laka. I think there's somebody inside their base. Left the door open during the purification? What are y'all thinking? You leave the door open. Yo, these people were definitely not succeeding at this. They were going to get massacred. And then he vanishes just as quickly as he came to save their lives. Off on another great adventure. Boing! No bike, no energy links for TP. Totally screwed. Gotta love that. Early game. Gotta love that early game. You are pretty close to the main city, so you could go sell some stuff at the main city. 2 accounts at level 45 on this server, you mean? Nuclear? Jeez, brother. Somebody's been beach partying. It ain't been me. It's cool. It's awesome that you can get that high that fast. I don't think it's what I want to do, but it's cool that it's doable. You know, it's cool that there's these fun little tricks and little sort of player driven event style things that you can create and do and stuff to get where you want to get in the game. Oh, even just doing it solo? Crazy. That's that's a lot of work. Boing. Pew. Bang. Bang. There's a little flame toad over there. Gotta go get flame toad. Oh, bullshit. That totally hit him in the head. Boop. Flame toad. Don't you run away from me. Got him. Okay. Whatever's going on with that dude, he can just chill over there by himself. I don't need to be a part of that. Unimportant to me. Close catapult. Yeah, get two shot. What's up? Little nerd. Somebody's a little grabby over there. Be lunging and grabbing at me. Shooting everyone in their freaking face. They can't do nothing, 'cause they don't have a face. No face. No face. Oh, wow. Bullshit, that last one didn't hit. This game's been cheating a lot lately. Great. Storage crate. Does whatever a storage crate does. Let me in. I don't really understand where the weak spot is on those enemies, or if they even have one. Flap. 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 Oh yeah, this is a great little sniper perch here. You don't have a head. You don't have a head. You don't have. Oh. Shit. Nobody has a head. Gotta have your stream open. Hey. I personally am quite glad you forgot you had my stream open. That's some good viewer retention right there. I think a lot of people really underestimate the value of the revive in pretty much all team shooters, because there's almost always a way to revive people, but you have to do it. You have rival companies to mow down. I don't think you're playing the same game as me. Yep. I am confused. Always keep 100 adrenaline shots on me. Yeah, I probably should do that, Nuclear. I am so confused. Okay, playing Deep Rock Galactic. Got it. I was having a really hard time understanding what the fudge you were talking about. Alright, where is my mystical crate? Last thing I need here. Over this way somewhere? Over this way. I think it might be over this way. Who just shot me? No, you didn't. It's about to be spooky time. Oh, you're good, Blighted. Tell me about whatever you want. I was just really confused there for a minute. Really, really confused there for a minute. That's not creepy at all. Did you have any of you seen the new movie The Gorge? There was a tree kind of like that in that movie. Neighbor's dogs are freaking the fuck out again. Oh. Run around pressing F a bunch and just accidentally assassinated that dude. So we got a new one of these. So we now have all three. Let's take a look here. Large refinery, don't really care about that. Facility boost. Supplies, workbench, crafting output plus 50% when crafting regular ammunition. Yes, freaking please. Pickaxe, backpack expansion, bed to call home. Let's do backpack expansion. I mean, I didn't have anything that was even almost good compared to... So... yeah, and this one sucks, but let's take it anyway. I am glad you're super excited about Deep Rock Galactic, and I'm glad you're sharing that with us, but I am totally not reading all that. There's no way that I can do that and pay attention to what I'm doing in the game here. Okay, okay. We have already established that I am A, bad at video games, and B, bad at being a streamer. Oh yeah, let me just pay somebody to do that with all of this money I don't make. The enemies are currently at my level, yes. They're not scaled, though. They are. This is just the second zone, and I'm in tier 2 equipment. Most of your power in this game comes from the equipment that you're wearing, and not necessarily your level. Your level just determines the tier of equipment that you can wear. So yeah, this is a tier 2 zone, and I'm in tier 2 equipment. Hey, cut that shit out. But I'm also using a sniper rifle, and sniper rifles are super strong in this game. So I just get to one-shot all the regular enemies. Everybody gets a big falcon to carry him around. That's V. He's like your little helper. He tells you about the world and helps you glide. Because let's face it, traversal mechanics are incredibly important in video games today. If I can't have some cool mechanics to get me around in a game, it's even the point in play. I mean, flying creatures are just kind of a common trope. I mean, even all the way back to Zelda Ocarina of Time, right? You had Navi was your little fairy friend that explained things to you and told you stuff. It's because things that fly sort of naturally have this perched on your shoulder advisory sort of look or feel about them. You know, you've got pirates used to have parrots on their shoulders. You've got, you know, the angel on your shoulder has wings. You've got, you know, just tons and tons of that stuff lends itself to that flying imagery. Buy so much of them in zombie games. Pirates sold them in cases. Right, but it's a common trope in media is that the pirate has a parrot on its shoulder. I'm not talking about real life. There aren't zombies in real life. But in fiction, but because most of our tropes. Oh, get away. There are zombies in real life? Okay. At some point, I will. Absolutely. Not for a while. But it will happen. And I will kill them. Yet again. Because I'm so good at this game. Oh, shoot. I need bullets. Making bullets. I thought there for a second that maybe there were some new wish machines, but I just remembered that I did them already. Oh, my goodness. There is an electric forge in my base now. When did this happen? Woohoo! No more charcoal! Oh, such a bunch of sweethearts. It is extraordinarily unsecure. This is true. We will have a secure base on the other server that I'm playing on. Because I am playing on a PvP server, so we'll actually build a defense location. That will allow us to travel around murking fools. But we're not going to do that in this server. Because this is PvE, and it's not necessary. Ooh, what is this? Why do I have a pin? Let's see, I already did that one. Let's actually go down here. Do these like this one first. Let's teleport right here. And then we'll go down around back up towards the boss. Thank you, Dret. I appreciate it. I do love my epic jumps. Easily the best thing about the vehicle update is yeeting yourself off of cliffs. I don't know what could be better. Don't know what could be better at all. Oy vey. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da-da. Stop. They've made those gluttons quite a bit more difficult to kill. I think they've added quite a bit of hit points to the 3 weak spots on their legs that cause them to fall down. I feel like as long as you were able to one-shot regular enemies, you were usually able to one-shot each of those little spots. And I don't really feel like it's possible to even one-shot those spots anymore with a sniper. Maybe later on when I'm quite a bit stronger, but for now at least, is being fairly difficult to accomplish. Which, I mean, I think is good. The gluttons were pretty much a non-issue for sniper rifles up to this point. So it's probably good. Well, poop. You get up right here. I thought you had to get up over there and go around. Apparently wrong. What's new, right? I've been living for the weekend. No, not anymore. Here comes that familiar feeling. Screaming for. Ooh, another little fire froggy. Come here, fire froggy. Yo, where's this thing going? Pull ass back here. $79%. I couldn't tame it. Gotcha. I almost didn't come down here because I didn't see a weapon or armor crate in here. And I was like, well, shoot, must not be one in here. And I thought maybe I was out of render. Maybe I should go towards the end there. But I almost said, meh. And just didn't worry about it. I would have been very sad when eventually I had to come back to try and find that. I didn't know there was a Rainfall Reaper up here. Hey, got a Rain Man. Nice. Sure. That my Mystic Crate is in this big old building here. Dead. 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 Buddy's behind me. Oh no. Okay. Everything is gonna be just fine. Goodness gracious. Hey now. I still haven't activated the Rift Anchor either. Silly Billy. It's funny how ultimately pointless clearing all these zones is, but how much fun it still is. And I'm just gonna keep doing it, like, every single time. Because it really is the only content to do at this particular point. In a scenario. And, I mean, getting blue and purple fragments of things that I've already got maxed just doesn't really help at all. the amount of XP that you can get with those fragments for your higher tier fragments or your higher tier is pretty minimal. And so you could easily just not do this part. But it's still one of the most fun parts to me. I really enjoy driving around to the different regions, doing all this stuff, killing all the enemies. Just a man and his motorcycle. I wish DRG was hosted in servers each continent, to be honest. I don't like a person hosting. So, peer-to-peer is important for games like that, though, because it's so much cheaper. And so the game can be cheaper. More money can be spent towards development of, expansions and changes and stuff like that. I mean, I almost don't see any reason to not have peer-to-peer hosting for a game that's entirely focused on small group play. How many slots are in this Rosetta storage crate? Only 8. Okay. I definitely don't need that. Can you do biology in this game? What do you mean by biology? I mean, like animal husbandry? Can I raise creatures and stuff? Fighting the virus. No. What bag? You mean my backpack? No, the backpack, or the bird doesn't live in the backpack. Bird lives in like extra dimensional space. I can put something in this securement unit so I can like put one of these deviations in here. It's like that little jelly bean, and then I sink it, and then it lives in my backpack. So jelly bean in a backpack, and then I can summon them Well, when he has enough power, they can summon him. And what up, Drat? Look at us, looking like twins, twinsies. What do you mean animal abuse? Look at how happy he is. Got a little smile on his face. He gets to go see the world. I don't think it's a fungus. It's a slime. Um, it doesn't really have a place where it typically lives. You don't encounter it like out in the wild. You got some big old arm muscles, dude. Big old arm muscles. Look at that. Freaking yoked. I did not create it, no. I killed a person who had twisted it into an evil slime, and then I took it. And now it's a good slime. Smiles. I need to repair my weapon. Special storage crate. Ooh, are these like the big ones? Um, Honestly, that's probably enough for me for right now. That'd be good. Thanks. Appreciate it. Normally I get the big storage crates, but I didn't get them this time. They're all shiny. All right, let's get back out there. Clear some more zones. The lore in this game, Blighted, because you're kind of more of a lore person than I am, is really interesting. Um, and it's going to get more interesting because there's a lot of like alternate dimension travel and stuff like that. So the lore doesn't have to stay static based on the region that you're in, because you could go to the same region in a different dimension and then the lore could be totally different. So they left themselves a lot of opportunity to just mess with the lore and do whatever they wanted, really, so that each new scenario could have its own interesting theory. So, as a person who's interested in lore, you might find that this game is pretty cool to you. I think somebody else just came through here. Everything's dead. Can't hear he dead. Except for the Rainfall Reaper. Got another Rain Man. can water all the crops now. Oh, what up, Gravy? Where you? Like your weird little armadillo or hedgehog or whatever that is. And your emoji there. Freaking adorable. Yeah, we started 2 new characters yesterday, actually, because, um, the new cross-character progression came out, and the Manibus server got an update. So we want to get into the new Manibus server when we go into the permanent server. So, yeah. Defeat or enemies. So we signed up for the new one with a bunch of viewers. Rat's in here, Nuclear's in here, Skoski's in here. Although, Skoski might still be having a problem playing. I don't know, Ski, has your game crashed yet? And then we also started a new character on a Prism vs. Clash server. So we can do some PvP. So we're playing like 3 or 4 hours per server per day. Have some good 7 to 8 hour streams going forward. Yeah, no, I'm just so excited about this game right now. I can't stop playing it. I stopped playing after stream yesterday. And for the first time in a while, I was wanting to play some more after stream. And I made myself, I made myself not play because I don't want to burn myself out again, because that was definitely a problem that I had the first time, was that I just played way too much, way too fast, and just got myself burned out. So I think if we play, 7 or 8 hours a day and don't play off stream, we should be good. Stop playing games for a while. Oh no. Does that mean no more streams? Well, that's a bummer. But if you're not having any fun, there definitely isn't a point. I understand. I get that way sometimes too, where I just can't find a game that I'm enjoying. And it starts to feel more like a chore than it does fun. And if your entertainment is feeling like a chore, then much point in doing it. Right, next one's this way. Have a look at the game schedule. Schedule 1. I've seen some reviews about that game. It looked like something I wouldn't really be interested in when I looked at it. Um, but then I've seen a couple of YouTube videos and stuff about Schedule One, saying it was really good. That's cool. I'm down for some cartoony games. KCD, Kingdom Come Deliverance was fun, but that was about it. I mean, honestly, Gravy, if you're having a hard time finding any enjoyment in any video game, it probably has much less to do with the games and more to do with depression. One of the first signs of impending depression is not enjoying things that you've always enjoyed. So I would say try to recognize that probably your mental health isn't the greatest right now, which is fine. It happens. You don't always have to be in a good mood. But just recognize that you're in that position right now. And remember to do the things you need to do to take care of yourself. One of the first thing, one of the first things that people tend to do when they start feeling a little depressed is they stop taking care of their teeth and their hygiene. I don't know what it is specifically about those two things. Um, Specifically, people start like not brushing their teeth every day and not taking showers because they just don't want to get out of bed. And those really, really simple things start to feel like they're really huge deals. And then you come out of a depression and, there are just problems, right? You've got cavities, you've got all kinds of stuff like that. So just try to remember not to let those basic body maintenance things go by the wayside. Can't live a day without 2 showers? Well, there you go. That's great. That's good, because that's one of the first things that being depressed will take away from you. So if it's something that's really important to you, then you should have a pretty good time coming out of that without any issues. Speaking of body maintenance, actually, I need to use the restroom. I've got some beans in the pressure cooker that need to get strained real quick. So if y'all give me a couple of minutes here, I'm gonna go take care of some of this stuff real quick. Yeah. Yeah, beans in the cooker. That's actually, I'm cooking beans today because my refrigerator completely died last night. So, thankfully, we hadn't gone grocery shopping, so there's basically nothing in my refrigerator. But we have a bunch of beans and rice. And so I'm just going to make, like enough beans and rice for the day every day. And then um, that way it doesn't like go bad because we don't have a refrigerator. So, but I've been working on that thing pretty much since I started streaming. The refrigerator's been busted, and I work on it from time to time and just kind of keep it limping along. But unfortunately, it's totally bye-bye now. But I like beans and rice, so we're gonna have beans and rice. 2 days. And oatmeal. Got lots of oatmeal. So bye bye. Bye bye. There was some sniper over here earlier. My fridge freezer I had 17 years died last month, dude. That sucks. Everything seems to just break all at the same time. Like, you'll have stuff for years and years and years. And then instead of breaking like one thing a year, it seems like just everything breaks like 1 month after the next. And then all of a sudden, all of your appliances are just effed. Like, can you please just spread it out? Like, if my fridge can last for 17 years, why is it breaking at the same time as my air conditioner and uh, my washing machine and like all this other stuff? Like, can you not? So annoying. Worst part was I just defrosted it so it could be a month worth of food. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot. At least you got family nearby. That's nice. Able to drop that stuff off. That's nice. Could have been worse. Could have been better, but it could have been worse. Oh, we are suddenly getting some insane wind outside. I don't like that. Bad weather stresses me the hell out. Just forget about the outside. That's what we're gonna do. Where's all the enemies? Guess I'll go inside the building here. Maybe there'll be some enemies in here. Gotta kill 5 more peeps, though. Go peeps. LF. Hey, there's another weapon crate. I like weapon crates. Do you like weapon crates? Weapon crate! Okay. Running around in circles like a dum-dum. No enemies in this entire point of interest. And it's this person's fault. I blame you, Spellbound. It looks like they're probably doing the same thing I am. They need to find some more enemies to kill. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3 more zones, 4 more zones in the boss. Wow, this second region is really huge. It's going to take us quite a while longer to get through here. Hey, at least it's letting you play now, Ski. That's really important. And really nice. without the mission either, Ski. I do not know what you're talking about. Loner Descent. Not something I recognize. Maybe it's one of the enemy types from the... Oh, lol. Hey, you got the zone completed. Perfect. Vehicle nearly destroyed. Oh no. Can't have that.